Welcome back, Mustangs. My name is Dr. Kim Dale, and I'm the president here at Western Wyoming Community College. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the spring semester. For those of you who have just started your journey with us, welcome to our Western family. Congratulations on making it to the spring semester, Mustangs. I encourage you to continue your journey to achieve your goals and aspirations with an adventurous spirit, just like a Mustang. You're all here with different hopes and dreams. So remember to use the resources that our Western family can offer you. We have a variety of them. The spring semester brings with it new possibilities. You are being given a clean slate, the chance to get involved, to improve your GPA, make new friends, or take on some additional academic responsibility. Get inspired to be the very best version of yourself. Continue to cultivate mentoring relationships with faculty so they can help guide and support you through this pivotal time in your lives. Take the opportunities presented to you at Western to collaborate with your peers and broaden your horizons. You are shaping the future of the world. Many of you will go on to graduate this May. Your hard work will pay off and you'll enter the workforce or transfer to a four-year institution. And some of you will finish your first year as a Mustang and prepare to be back next year. Western is here to support you and your unique goals wherever you are in your journey. So please don't hesitate to reach out or ask for help, because we're here for you. Wherever the academic road may take you this semester, remember you will always be a Mustang and part of our Western family. Go Mustangs and have a great semester.
Hello, and welcome to Western. I am Dr. Dustin Conover, your Dean of Students. As the Western Wyoming Community College Rock Springs Campus, Green River Campus, and Outreach Centers are reopened to serve students, we are committed to ensuring a safe transition. We will be relying on each student to exercise common sense, good judgment, and to comply with guidance from federal, state, and local officials, as well as Western's protocols. Western has modified its operations to protect the health and well-being of our students, faculty, staff, and community visitors. We are continuing to monitor the situation and follow the advice of experts to limit and mitigate the spread of COVID-19. Students will be required to wear face coverings while inside all college buildings. Please see our COVID-19 video that is linked below for the guidelines Western will be following. What should you do if you or someone you know has tested positive for COVID-19? First of all, students should not come to campus. Those who live in the residence halls should remain in their room in the residence halls. Also, please notify me, the Dean of Students, by filling out the COVID-19 self-reporting form, or you can call me directly at 307-382-1644. You can fill out the COVID-19 self-reporting form through your My Western portal, or on the bottom of the college homepage under the Consumer Information link. In all cases, I, the Dean of Students, will work with the Wellbeing and Accessibility Center and any faculty members who teach your classes in which the student's physical absenteeism due to COVID-19 symptoms may impact your academic achievements and provide appropriate accommodations for any missed work. Western Wyoming Community College has reserved the right to share COVID-19 related information with the local health department and communicate any information to members of the campus that is in the best interest of the health and safety of our students, employees, and visitors to our campus. Plexiglass has been placed in multiple locations around campus to protect students and employees while conducting business. Please be respectful of these barriers, and please continue to wear your face covering while interacting with college employees inside and outside of the classroom. Please remember to view the COVID-19 video link below. Thank you for your time and for abiding by these important safety protocols. Together, we can all keep our Mustang family safe. I hope you have a fantastic year as you pursue your academic goals.
Hi, my name is Amy Galley, and I am the Director of Wellbeing and Accessibility and the Title IX Coordinator at Western Wyoming Community College. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about mental health and also some Title IX issues and what wellbeing and accessibility can do for you. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see. Okay, so first we're going to talk about Title IX. And it's important that all students understand Title IX and what their rights are and what this law actually addresses for those attending any college that's federally funded. So the gist of Title IX is no person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied benefit of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity that receives federal financial assistance. So first and foremost, Title IX is a discrimination law. And so the discrimination that they're addressing through Title IX is sex and gender-based discrimination. And there are a variety of ways that you as a student can report if you feel that you have been discriminated against, or if you have been a victim of what would be sexual misconduct or sexual harassment, which in turn might have a discriminatory effect. So if there has been sexual misconduct perpetrated by someone against you, it may inhibit your ability to feel safe on campus, to access your courses. And that is the whole purpose of Title IX, that you are respected on campus and that any behavior does not have a discriminatory effect. So we encourage all students to report, and reporting can be done a variety of ways. So first and foremost, reports can be filed online and can be done anonymously, and there's two ways to find our reporting form. The first is you'll see down here that there is the report a concern form. You can click on that and mark Title IX under consumer information. And the other way is here on the student portal, you can click on report a concern. So from the general website or from the student portal, and you can report anonymously or with identification. Please know though that if you choose to report anonymously, sometimes that does not quite provide enough for us to really pursue the full Title IX grievance process. So if you feel like you can identify yourself, the better. And know that anybody can report, whether you witnessed something, whether you were present, whether you heard something. We encourage everybody to report. You can also report directly to our Title IX coordination team. So again, you can see me. I'm Amy Galley. I am the Title IX Coordinator and Director of Wellbeing and Accessibility. I'm located in room 2011, and my phone number is 382-1645. You can also email me through campus email. But please know, email isn't considered 100% confidential. So anything confidential shared, we discourage you from sharing any personal information that way, unless you feel comfortable. You can also report to Mark Rimbaz. He is our Deputy Title IX Coordinator for students and the Director of Planning and Improvement. And he's in room 3050D, and his phone number is 382-1899, and he can be reached through campus email as well. And Joy Adams is our Deputy Title IX Coordinator for employees. She is our Associate Vice President of Human Resources in room 3034, and her phone number is 382-1832, and can also be reached via campus email. So once you report something, that report is taken, and basically myself or one of the Title IX coordination team members will discuss with you your report, your concerns, what you are wanting to happen, make sure that your safety is taken into account, and then we put any remedies in place to make sure that you do feel safe. But then we start analyzing the report. So does this, and we choose three different things. Dismissal, informal resolution, or formal resolution. So dismissal would be that it is a concern and maybe we need to, maybe it doesn't rise to Title IX, maybe it doesn't meet Title IX legal criteria. So we would refer that on to the Dean of Students or other office to be addressed. The other option is an informal resolution. And as long as all parties agree that informal resolution can be pursued, we would identify and enforce any remedies or accommodations that we need to make. For informal resolution to proceed, we need to know that it does not pose a risk to the campus community. An informal resolution does not require a full investigation. However, this is not an option for a claim that involves an employee. If it involves an employee, it must move to formal resolution. And a formal resolution involves a full investigation. All parties review and respond to all evidence. It concludes with a live hearing with all parties, and we use a preponderance of evidence standard that we feel that this claim of policy violation is more likely than not to have happened. And so once that goes to the live hearing, a decision and responsibility of finding is reached. At that time, if someone is found responsible for our Title IX policy violation, certain sanctions can be given. So sanctions are warning, educational programming, counseling. It could be probation, suspension, or expulsion. It could be other organizational sanctions and any other actions deemed appropriate. So that all depends on the claim and the responsibility of finding. It might also take into account other concerns or past kind of issues that the students might be grappling with. So those are possible sanctions and repercussions. So one thing to know, all students in the first year success course are going to be asked to complete the required at Western campus course. When you complete this course by September 11th, you will be put in a drawing for up to $100 in prizes. So we will be giving out multiple $100 prizes and other smaller prizes. So we really encourage everyone to get that done by September 11th. If you are living in housing, it will be something that we will keep reminding you of, we will keep doing. Know the good thing about completing this assignment quickly is that you will already have an assignment in your first year success course completed. It goes over prohibited misconduct. So sexual misconduct, harassment, and discrimination includes non-consensual sexual intercourse, non-consensual sexual contact, sexual exploitation, as well as discrimination, complicity, bullying, stalking, retaliation, and domestic violence. Any of those claims could potentially fall under the Title IX umbrella and would be prohibited on, or the effects of those things happening off campus, on campus. So even if something happens outside of our jurisdiction, we may need to take some remedies and take some action to make sure that that everyone is safe and respected on campus. The policy that this applies to is policy 5420E and can be found on our website. In that other slide, you saw where you could report a concern. Right below that is Title IX, and you can find the policies there. An important aspect of Title IX is that of consent. Consent is equal approval of any sexual activity given freely and willingly through words and or actions. Consent can be revoked at any time, and consent cannot be given if someone's incapacitated, under the age of consent, coerced, or forced into sexual activity. So it's very important that you understand consent, and we go into consent much deeper in that online course. So that's what I have for you today regarding Title IX. Know that there are various booklets throughout campus. There are various posters, informational campaigns that all relate to Title IX, your safety and your rights on campus. In addition, I want to encourage all students to practice safe sex and make sure that consent is given, and that communication in sexual activity is the key to keeping everyone feeling safe and respected. And I appreciate your time.
Hi, my name is Val Toomey. I work in the Center for Teaching and Learning and am frontline support for Canvas Help. Just want to welcome you to Western, and thanks for joining me today just for a few minutes for Canvas overview and hopefully some Canvas helpful tips for you. We're going to start off at our homepage, Western homepage, and with your Western credentials, go ahead and click on My Western. Let's enter in your credentials. Let's sign in. Once we get to our homepage, you'll see that you have access to your Western email. Lots of helpful resources here also, like the library. You do have access to Zoom, and here is the Canvas button. So once we get into Canvas, we'll just work our way down the global navigation, starting at your account. Under settings, you have access to put a profile picture in. So you could either upload a picture or take a picture. Just something appropriate, doesn't necessarily have to be your face, just something that represents you. Also have access to your notifications. Here, we do recommend that you have your discussions and conversations on, but you can go through this and get back to it at any time to adjust whatever works best for you. You have the option of notify right away, send daily summary, send weekly summaries, and do not send anything. That is helpful to go in and you can adjust accordingly. So the dashboard is where your courses are going to live, and you have access to change the name of your class, or change the color. You could also put a picture in there, just whatever makes sense to you. There is a card view, a list view, and to-do list over here. Although the to-do list is helpful, our suggestion is to always log into your class to access your assignments and syllabus and all the things. Depending upon how your instructor has the course set up, you should have access to your syllabus. Sometimes the instructors do the courses by modules. Always pay attention to your announcements, assignments. Also, if you do have Zoom meetings set up, if your instructor has the Zoom meeting set up and it is available in the navigation, you would just go over and click on the Zoom and then join the meeting from there, if that's the instructions. If you are registered for a course and you don't see it on your dashboard, you could always go to Courses and All Courses, and then you can star the course that you're not seeing, or perhaps you don't see it if the instructor does not have it published. If this says no over here, you would need to reach out to your instructor to ensure that they publish the course. Just going down the navigation, you do have access to calendar here also. With your assignment due dates, you can add to this calendar also. And then your Canvas inbox is also very helpful, but please keep in mind that the Canvas inbox is different than your My Western email. So just be sure to check with your instructor, go over the syllabus, and be sure how your instructor prefers communication. Some use both. And this is also helpful if you need to email like a classmate or someone in a specific class. You do also have access to Studio, where you could record and upload videos to your courses. So yep, that was just a real quick overview of Canvas. Please feel free to contact me at b2me@westernwyoming.edu or at canvashelp@westernwyoming.edu. Also, we do have a Canvas student app, so go to your app store and add that. It's also a very helpful tool. Thanks.
Hey everyone, my name is Marissa Petty and I work at Western Wyoming Community College in financial aid. I'm going to be going over a few important things to keep in mind in your academic career here at Western. So let's get started. First, I want to go over a few important dates to know. The first day is census. Census is ran the day after the last day to add classes. And what that is we're checking to make sure that students are still eligible for their financial aid based on their enrollment. So we're checking to see if students are full-time, if their scholarships require them to be full-time, that they're still meeting that. And then for federal aid, students have to be in classes just in their degree program for us to be able to cover that. So those are a couple of things that we're taking a look at. And I'll show you a little later on our website where you can look for specific scholarships to find out what those requirements are. All right, a few other dates to keep in mind is October 1st. That's the day that the FAFSA application opens for the following school year. And then December 1st is the day that the scholarship applications open up for the following school year. So that will be for Western's internal scholarships. And April 1st is the priority deadline to apply for financial aid. After that date, the scholarship application will close, but the FAFSA is always open. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so if you log into your My Western account, you'll see the self-service menu for students. If you click on that and then click on My Financial Aid, and on the right-hand side, you'll see that you can click on Review My Financial Aid, and that will bring up this screen. And this is where you can go to check the status of your financial aid, and a lot of the questions that you have can be answered on here. So first on the top, you'll see the green bar that says Satisfactory Academic Progress, or SAP. That will tell you whether or not you're still eligible for your financial aid. And this is something that we especially update the end of every semester, so students can see if they're still eligible for the following semester for all of their financial aid. If you're not eligible, this will be red, but either way you can click on the link and it will give you more information about that. The checklist on the left will show you where you're at in your financial aid process. If the line that says review and accept your financial aid package is yellow, that means that you haven't accepted your scholarships. And until that's done, we won't be able to apply those to your account. So be sure to do that as soon as possible if you haven't done that yet. And that's something that you'll have to do or be checking every semester. You can go in here and accept the scholarships for the whole school year, but I would say it's a good idea to come in every semester to make sure that that's done. If you do decide to take out a loan, you will have to complete the following 3 steps on the checklist: the entrance counseling, promissory note, and annual student loan acknowledgement. And the annual student loan acknowledgement, as the name implies, you have to complete that every year. So keep that in mind if you are taking out a student loan. The last item is review and sign your financial aid letter. And once that's done, that's all that we need from you to complete for the semester. Last thing I want to show you on this page is the account summary. If you click on that, it will ask you what semester you want to look at, and then it will show you a breakdown of your charges, any payments that you made, and what financial aid you have, and what your balance is. If you click on the gray bars on the bottom, it will expand and give you a breakdown of what each of those circles means and what financial aid you have as well. So that's something to keep in mind. This makes it easier for you to get a clearer picture of what your semester is going to look like. All right, so if you go to the main page of your MyWestern again and click menu in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see an option for student services. If you click on that and then My Financial Aid, excuse me, it will bring you to this page, and it has some important links on the right-hand side that I wanted to show you. It has a link to the FAFSA, to our scholarship application, and to the FAFSA verification portal. This verification portal is where you will need to go if we need you to complete any verification paperwork so we can finalize your FAFSA. That's not always the case with students, but it could happen. If it does, we will send you an email to your MyWestern account letting you know that you need to come in here and complete that. Okay, from our website, our main website, if you click on admissions and aid and then financial aid, it will bring you here. On the left-hand side, you can see that we have information about the Hathaway Scholarship, about satisfactory academic progress, and about scholarships and grants. So clicking those three, it will give you a better breakdown of what the requirements are for different scholarships and for the FAFSA, that kind of thing. Under scholarships, we also have over 30 external scholarships listed. And those are scholarships that are offered throughout the community. So those will have different due dates, different ways to apply. So I would for sure check those out to see if you could potentially be awarded any additional funding through them. Okay, I want to close by just giving you some advice from our financial aid office. First, I would recommend checking your MyWestern account regularly, your email. That's going to be the main form of communication, not only for financial aid, but all across campus. So I would check that at least a few times a week. You're going to hear that 1,000 times to be checking your email, but it's really important. We do have the option for you to download the Outlook app and log in with your MyWestern information on there. And you can check it that way to make it a little easier. If you need to drop a class at any point during this semester, I would highly recommend checking with us first. It could have an effect on your financial aid. So I think it's important for you to be able to make an informed decision. So be sure to contact us so we can go over that with you. And lastly, I want to say to take some time to check out the resources available on your MyWestern account. There's tons of good stuff on there. I went over the financial aid side quickly, but it's good to be familiar with that before the semester gets started. All right, this is our contact information, but you can find it on our website and on MyWestern as well. We're located behind the information desk, so be sure to stop by or give us a call or send us an email if you have any questions. We're happy to help. It's why we're here and we enjoy doing it. So I hope you have a great semester. Thanks, guys.
So the goal of Wellbeing and Accessibility is to support and empower students as they strive for personal, academic, and social success. We offer a variety of services in our office. We're in room 2011 in the Rock Springs campus, but almost all of our services can also be accessed through Zoom, FaceTime if students prefer. We have some students that have preferred FaceTime via Zoom or other than Zoom during COVID. So just let us know what way we can provide services, and we can do that for all students, whether you're on campus or off. So you see here that we provide counseling services, accessibility services, relaxation, prevention, crisis and emergency services, as well as Title IX services. So let me introduce our staff really quickly. Lindsay Love, she is our accessibility specialist. And so our accessibility program helps students who have an IEP or 504 coming into college, or they have another diagnosed disability in which they need accommodation. So basically this process, you do have to apply, you do have to provide documentation of the disability, for which you're seeking accommodation, but then we can provide reasonable accommodation in the classroom to make sure that all students can do well while they're here at Western. Haley Rawlings is our new counselor. We're excited to have Haley here. Brett Zerger is a longtime counselor in our office, and he will still be counseling and seeing students, as well as myself, the director. I see some students for counseling, although my appointment availability is a bit limited. Again, we can all see students, whether it's for accessibility services or counseling services via Zoom or other format upon student request. So you'll see one benefit of being on campus is that we have the relaxation room. This is a picture of our relaxation room, and we have rearranged it to accommodate for social distancing. So 2 people can check out the relaxation room at a time, and they have 6 feet distance between the 2 massage chairs, and you can use the relaxation room for up to a half hour. So, let's see. Then we also have accommodations. So our accommodation program, we serve sometimes up to 190 in a 12-month students in a 12-month span of time. You can see the kinds of disabilities that we provide accommodation for. Some are emotional, mental health, or psychological, learning disabilities, ADHD is one of our larger areas for which we accommodate students, orthopedic impairments, and then others. So that other encompasses all kinds of disabilities. Sometimes it might be diabetes or a health concern. Sometimes it might be other things. So that kind of gives you a brief rundown on what we can help accommodate. We provide events, and of course our events are going to look a little bit different this year with COVID, but we hope to still have some. One of our most popular events is open mic night, and we would like to still proceed with that on the first Tuesday of every month. However, maybe it might be via Zoom, or it might be in a different location to provide for social distancing and safety. But we encourage all students to come and share their talents, win prizes and a free t-shirt, and participate in open mic night. It's really, really a great event. We do a lot of prevention activities in our office. So you'll see signs, informational campaigns. We'll have tables down at the Pendulum to help students understand their rights, understand Title IX and sexual misconduct, harassment, and discrimination, but also to help them with drug and alcohol awareness, making sure that they're taking care of themselves, suicide prevention. We want to make sure that all students are safe on campus, taken care of, and that we can help them in any way, and that they know how to seek help on campus. So this is just some kind of statistics that I thought would be beneficial. So we do offer crisis appointments. So you can see we vary throughout the year. A crisis is basically classified as somebody who walks in either during business hours or after hours and contacts us for immediate assistance or help. After hours, the best way to do that is to contact security, and they will get a hold of one of us, and we will respond in any way that you would like us to, whether it's via phone, we can come over to campus. Typically, if we need to come to campus, it takes about 30 minutes to 45 minutes max for us to respond on campus. You can also, during business hours, come in and let us know that you need to be seen as soon as possible, and we will make all arrangements to be able to do so for counseling. So our counseling services, most often we see students seeking appointments for anxiety and stress. That's our #1 diagnosis that we see students for. Second, depression, and then ADHD is third, with more severe and persistent diagnoses rounding out the other that we have. So know that it's important as a student that you have some balance in your life, that you make time for fun, you make time to get to know other students, to be involved on campus. And we realize that this year it's going to be a little bit different, and sometimes being involved and making connections with people, it might be more of a challenge this year, but we want to help you do that, and that those things make you healthy and happier on campus. We know that being connected keeps us all healthy. We're social beings, and connection to other human beings is important. So we want to just let you know a couple other things. You can see that average sessions for students, they usually get about 5 sessions, although we can offer several more sessions than that. But typically, due to COVID and some other restrictions we have in our office, sessions might look a little bit different this year, but we're going to roll with it, and we're still here to help students. You can see that 43% of our counseling students that come in, 43% of those have stress or anxiety related diagnoses. So taking care of yourself, organization, all of those kinds of things can really help that, and work to prevent that you're not struggling with those issues. So, and again, the mood disorder diagnosis, that's depression. 32% of people who come in qualify with depression or another mood disorder of some kind. So all counseling services are free of charge for any student enrolled in even 1 credit hour. So this is a great benefit that we're able to offer our students, and we really hope that you take advantage of that and reach out if you need to. So that's kind of a little bit about our office. One thing I do want to share is some things for you to be aware of and look out for. Make sure you are making connection with other students. Make sure that you are sleeping well, eating well, getting exercise, getting some sunshine. All of those things work into our mental health and help us with our mental health. We know that things look a little bit different with COVID, and that in itself can present some anxiety. So please be aware of how you're feeling. Know that we are here to help you, and know that you can also report if you feel concerned about a friend. And again, you can use the online reporting form to report any concerns, whether you want to do that anonymously or name yourself. If you have concerns about other students, their personal safety, their mental health and wellness, and we can reach out to them and offer services and make sure that they know that they're supported. All right, so again, all counseling services are confidential and free. The only time that we do have to break confidentiality is if we feel that somebody is a danger to themselves or others. But please take advantage of this service. We're here to help you. You can reach us, and we are located on the Rock Springs campus in room 2011. You can call our office at 382-1652, or you can come email us at wellaccess@westernwyoming.edu and request an appointment, or just come on in and talk to us. Let us know how we can help you or what you're needing. We have students that range from, hey, I need some support with organization and academic kinds of organization skills, to more direct mental health concerns. So please get a hold of us. And again, after hours, contact Campus Protective Services, and they can reach a counselor on your behalf. And that's all I have for you today. So